Welcome to another training with the Jarvis Floyd, the online entrepreneur. We're back again after a first 3 trainings, and we did a lot in a short amount of time, and we're just moving along. You should be sitting real comfortable right now with your store set up with your free trial, 21 days. And we also went through logo creation. We also set our theme up. We just rocking and rolling. And this training right now is going to be I'm going to try to get through this kind of not taking a lot of your time, but this is a very serious topic. Product selecting is very, very important. If you could imagine, if you had a storefront somewhere or your own anything where you're selling products or of any kind, picking the right ones is what it's all about. Okay, so this is a very important training as well. I can't believe I'm about to give you this massive value for free, but I just really enjoy helping people, and I just like to you live once, why keep it all in, right? So I give what I know, and I'm going to cover a lot of different areas here. So let's go ahead and get right to it. I don't want to make this long. I'll try to get through it. So here we go. Okay, product selecting, and you want to become a genius of this. Okay, if you can really get good at this, you can take this you can do a whole lot on more than just Shopify. Okay, I do more than just Shopify, but right now this is what I'm really rocking out with, and it's doing great. So if you can do this one thing, you can really go far in general in many different ways. One of the first things I want you to understand when you're picking products is there certain things you play off of. Okay, one is trends. If you can catch a trend, like for example, the Cleveland Cavaliers just beat the Golden State Warriors. That's pretty fresh right now. So it was a very emotional type of year because LeBron James is very disliked by lots of people. So he came back from 3-1. He was down 3-1, 3-1. They came back and won the series. So that was just a really interesting topic, right now, because no one likes him or liked him until now. So a trend would be to sell Cleveland Cavaliers merchandise all across the United States, especially in Cleveland, right? That's a trend. That's very stuff like that just sells, okay? Popular things, of course, Disney, things that you just know people are going to buy because they're just popular and they've been around for years and years and years, okay? That's something else. Another important aspect is emotion, like we said with the Cleveland thing. Just way more emotional, where people relate because they get emotionally involved with certain topics, and I'll go further into detail as well. And that also kind of correlates with passion. All right, so if you really want to get your first sale fast, these are things that you can do, or these are different topics you can use to help get your store up and going. And this is what people do that really understand how to really make money online, is they know how to use certain things to their advantage. Okay, all right, and so I'm gonna give you massive value because I'm gonna show you my grasshopper technique that I use and I've coined and I've really done well, and I just know how to kind of hop around to different niches, and I'll show you that. Okay, so once again, this is massive value at no cost. I'm pumped up because once again, I wake up every day, check my email, and I'm excited because I get sales every day using the same techniques I'm teaching you right now. Okay, so we're going to discuss a couple things here just in case you don't know. I'm not going to stay on this long because most of you should know what dropshipping is by now, but it's just basically when you have another company, when someone buys a product from you, you basically send the money to another company, a manufacturer or whatever, and they ship the product for you with your branding or with no branding to your customer. Okay, wholesale is when you get the product in, like you might buy a product in bulk and store it at your house, and then you ship it out yourself. I am about a 90% drop shipper. I do get some items at my home, and I store them at my in my little home warehouse. I do that if it's something that I can ship quickly, that's not heavy, jewelry, something like that. I can throw in an envelope real quick and ship it out, and that's just easy. I do that with a lot of free items that I give away. Okay, I'll go more into that as well. Shipping is very important when you're picking products because, shipping means a lot. Like if your customer doesn't get the product fast, they might not really like to come back to you, especially with eBay and stuff like that. But with Shopify, it's your own store, so you have a lot more leeway with shipping, but still, you want to get your product to your customer as fast as possible and with the least amount of cost. So we'll go into that a little bit further. Also, finding a good supplier. This is obviously important because if you have a bad supplier or you can't trust your supplier, then you're going to have issues with all. You can just imagine what can happen with that if your supplier is not dependable. So we're going to show you how to pick a good supplier that's credible. Okay. And another thing that I don't think enough emphasis goes on this when people are doing their stores. They just kind of throw products on there, but it's putting your products on your store the right way. if you're in this business for a while, it's things that you're going to learn later that you won't understand why you're doing certain things now. But it's important to enter your products in the right way, so 3 months down the road you can do other advanced things that can really, boost your sales and things like that. So I'm going to show you how I do it the right way in the beginning, so you don't have to come back. This is very, very, very valuable, this part here. All right, so be thinking long term always. All right, research. This is something that, once again, you can't stress enough how people just get kind of lazy or whatnot, and they just just see a product, I'm going to put this on my store. No, research everything. Understand what you're doing. If I asked you why did you pick this product, you should have a good reason why. You should better tell me I picked it because of XYZ and XYZ. Okay? So understand that, okay? Research is very important. All right, things to consider, what not to sell. It's important to understand that certain things online are not good to sell, especially if you get products from like China and drop shipping even in the United States. Electronics is not a good item to sell because, if you can imagine, a lot of times they cost more money than the average item, than like a jewelry or just some other items. And then if your customer gets them and they don't work, if someone gets some jewelry, it's gonna work. It's not like it can be broken, or doesn't work. It can be broken, but it's different because it doesn't cost a lot of money. But if you ship somebody a $100, $200 TV and you have problems, you got to actually refund the customer, and then you got to get your money from your supplier later. So stay away from electronics in the beginning, especially. But I don't sell any electronics, period, on none of my e-commerce businesses. Okay. Free shipping, free plus shipping. This is a method that I've been doing for like 6 months now. I'll show you that here in a moment. But basically, you are getting people to your store with free offers, but you're making your money in the shipping. Usually, I make about $8 per, even though it's free plus shipping. I make money on the shipping, and it's a great way to get people to buy from you for the first initial time. When you have a new store up, people you're not gonna have any business, and people don't really like being that first customer. So it's a great way to break into the market and get your name out there. So I'm going to show you that. Resources, we're going to use AliExpress. This is a Chinese supplier owned by Alibaba, but they are the drop shipping unit to that company, and they primarily do about a drop shipping. We're going to use Shopify, of course. We're going to use Wanello. I'm going to show you a little bit about Wanello. Also Amazon and Watch Count. This is a pretty deep training. I'm going to go quite into a lot of detail and do it fairly quickly to give you time to go and pick some products. Okay. Something to consider. I like you to understand that we're going to cover a lot of Chinese-based products right now, or suppliers, because they're easy to get involved with. If I were to give you a list of U.S. suppliers that I use, it would take you about a week or more to get approved, to get your tax ID, and a lot of them have a lot of different criteria that have to be met, and you're a lot better off using AliExpress. You can make more money in the beginning anyway. So you're doing, AliExpress is the way you can just get out there and get going. But in later trainings down the road, I will give you some other suppliers that I use and I do well with, and that's just something I want you to look forward to in the future. So, great. All right, some notes, quick notes. About Us page. I don't create this in the beginning. Once again, I've been doing this a long time, so I know kind of what to look out for. Some people do they do their About Us page in the beginning. You should wait until about around now, because now you have your logo, you have your site, you know what it looks like, you have a vision now, and now you're going to go pick products. So it's a lot easier to make a good About Us page at this point. So take your time with that. Just nothing real long, just 400 words or so. And I actually like to use a little bit of rhyming in mine, poetry type, or kind of a song, but I write it out in a way that's just unique. I don't like the traditional, my business was built in 1952, and it's in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and that kind of thing. I kind of like to make mine different. So think about being different when you're doing your branding, okay? Also, your blog. This is something else that you're going to have in your Shopify back office, and you're going to have this on your main page. Just be thinking about different blog topics, things that you can write about later on. Also, your contact page. Be thinking about, are you going to get things, if someone does have an issue with the item, what's the address you want items shipped to you at? I very rarely get a return, but you definitely want to have an address. I use a P.O. box for that, okay? but they can come to your home. But that's very, very rare. But just make sure you have that in the back of your mind when you're launching your store. Okay, so we're gonna dive in now. Head first, we're gonna start off on Amazon, and I have a business account with them. So if you go to Amazon, yours may look a little different. But the thing here is to use Amazon to understand niches. They are probably, I think, the #1 rate as far as gross money. They make the most money out of any website, so they are reliable, and you can rely on this part. So when you're on Amazon, just basically find the area that has all the different niches, and you can go on here, and pretty much anything you see on here is going to be a hot niche in a sense, because Amazon doesn't put niches on here that aren't going to be making money. So all these are good niches. Just to kind of take a mental note, I want to give you plenty of ammunition and plenty of things to use to do this part. So what I do is just take note of the different areas, and that's it for this training. I want you to understand that you can find a niche, and that's why it's good to have a general store, because you can just do any of these, and you can do a bunch of them. And this is kind of what I say, grasshopper. You can hop around to different things, and you can do artwork, and you can also go in magazines, and you can go to, you can just do so much if you have a general store. So this is a great place to start if you're just new and you don't know what to sell, and you want to kind of find the area where you are. Okay, next, I'm going to go to Wanello. Wanello is a place where you just get ideas as well. People actually buy products on here. I don't. But you can go on here, for example, and type in jewelry. And when you scroll down, what you're looking for here is you're looking at the different products. And you can see all kinds of ideas. And what you're looking for, though, is saves. So this has 49,991 saves. Pretty amazing, okay? So obviously that's a hot item, okay? This only has 6,843. So you see the difference here. So you scroll down here, and you can kind of get some ideas of what, of what to sell. And a lot of these products, if you come here and you click on this item here, I'm almost guaranteeing you that this is on AliExpress. Let's copy that. This is another grasshopper technique. It's just when you're able to cross over and do things because you're smart. So here we are. I just put this in the Google search bar, and I'm just getting some different ideas about where they get or gotten this from. And I'm pretty sure it's AliExpress, but that's just something you can do to find out where they get it from. But the main thing you're looking for on Wanello is just those saves and to get ideas. This is what this is for you. This is something I used to do a lot in the beginning. Now I kind of know exactly what I'm doing, but if something has 3,000 saves, okay, it's okay. And just because it has 40,000 saves doesn't always mean it's going to be good for you to put on your site, by the way. Sometimes it's better to stay in this 10,000 saves range, but that's what you'll have to figure out with testing and things like that. This is just to get ideas, and believe me when I say research pays off. I sit on here and put my music on and just go up and down these and research for sometimes hours out of my day, and it really pays off when I do this. And sometimes I find something, I just see a gold mine in some kind of product, and I just know this is the one. So that's the theory with Wanello, and also Pinterest. You can use it the same way. People go on there to like and save pictures, and it's the same thing. I just think Wanello is a little bit better because the whole purpose of Wanello is to sell products. All right. So moving on to another resource you can use is watch count. A lot of people have made good money selling from eBay to Shopify, eBay to Amazon, and so watch count has the most hot products on eBay that are selling. So if you come over here and type in jewelry and watches, you'll see over here this watch sold almost 15,000 times, and it has past sales of 28. This is pretty good. I like to make sure that the product has sold more than people watch it, because if people are just watching it and not buying it, that means it's just something that looks good and people just want to watch it. So past sales being higher than the watchers and both of them being very high is good. That's what you're kind of looking for with watch count. And I used to use this a lot in the beginning as well, but when you do this more and more, you just kind of know what to do. And this is a great resource to have, though. and I still go on here every once in a while when I want to find something new. So you also can sell eBay products, you know, on your store if you like. So just another resource. And also they have plenty of niches on here as well. I think Amazon has a lot more, and they're probably better to you know, just better. So this is just another resource to research, and I want to make sure you have plenty of resources. Okay, so to kind of go to the nitty-gritty here is AliExpress. This is where I think that you will have the best success finding products. Like, do your research, grasshopper method, move over to each one, find a product on watch count and come over and plug it into here, stuff like that. But for the most part on AliExpress, what you can do is go to best selling on any site, even on Amazon, find their best selling things, and then see how that works out in terms of what you can do with it. Now here on best selling, I'm going to look up and down here and just kind of see what's going on. And I'll just give you some ideas right now, giving you some different tools to use. So Iron Man is something that might be, you know, something people are passionate about. Movies that come out are always good, especially like right after the movie comes out or right before it comes out. That's something you can target really well with ads. Target people that like Iron Man. Alright, so moving back up here, a great thing to do, and this is how I want you to really pay attention to this. One thing I'm going to do is I picked out certain niches that I know do well. One niche that I'm going to concentrate on for this purpose of this training is Star Wars. I know I can target those people very easy with ads, and people are just passionate about Star Wars. So one thing you can do, and I'm going to show you this, is when you type in something up here, things people are passionate about, things people just, you know, there's so many different ways to do this, but I typed in Star Wars. The next thing here is to click on orders. You want to find products that sold a lot of times. That way you know this is hot. I mean, this sold almost 4,000 times. It's pretty good. Sometimes you'll find products that sold 10,000 times. It's not always good to go with the highest one though, okay? Especially on watch count. I've noticed that if I get a product that's in the middle, I do better than the hottest products for some reason. So if you scroll over here and you just kind of go down, another grasshopper technique is to actually click on one of these that has a lot of orders, and we'll do this. And finding a good supplier is pretty simple. Make sure that they don't have this one sale or two sales. First of all, they have 2,921. Great, and they have almost a perfect perfect rating with the stars. Go further. You can actually click on their down here, feedback, and you can read that. When I look at feedback, I'm looking for people that are in the United States if I can find them. So there's a flag here, cute little thing they say here. This is somebody from India, works well as advertised, came in 20 days. So you get an idea of what people are saying, what people are doing, and this is a great tool to use as well, the feedback down here. So finding a good supplier, and you can write this down, is about making sure they have at least X amount, and you can come up with your own number. I like to say over 1,000 sales, but if the item is just great, then I'll come down from that. They want to have at least 4 stars. Another important thing is to make sure with shipping. I know we said shipping is important. On AliExpress, it's very important. So before you sell any product, comes to shipping for any product, you're looking for ePacket right here. Make sure they have ePacket, because with these other 3, China Post, Ordinary, Small, Packet Plus, and Seller Shipping Method, there's no way for you to track this item. So your customer can get the item and lie and say they didn't get it, which doesn't happen very often. But with ePacket, you get a tracking number. It tells you when it was delivered. It gives you a date, and you can track it yourself, and you can send your confirmation number or tracking number to your client, and they can track it also. So this is powerful, that you pick ePacket and make sure that they have good ratings. The next part to this grasshopper method is to actually come over here. Once you see this seller is good and they have good feedback and they have many orders, come over here and click on their store, visit store, and you can go down here and see all types of other products that they have and get ideas for other niches, which the baby niche is really good. So you can start with one and end up going to other areas after you find one product that sells good. that's killer. I've done this many times, and I've sold lots of products because I thought that, hey, this Star Wars would sell good, and then I ended up finding another product by the same supplier, and it sold awesome. Mickey Mouse is always good. Just be careful when you're selling licensed products like that. You have to disclose that this is not a real, Disney item or whatnot in your listing of your item. So consider that as well. But that's kind of the gist of it. What I'm going to do now is come back over here, and I'm going to actually show you an item that I sold. Thousands of these keychains right here. And there's more than one person selling this. So let's go to orders again here. And by the way, you can develop your own methods in a sense. After you kind of get good at this, you may want to sort other things. You can sort by price and all types of different things. But this is the most important, is orders. So I would definitely just go with this. So this is one item I'm going to put on my store for the purposes of this training, so we can kind of learn together. I sold this item before like thousands of times. I don't know the exact count, but I know it's a lot of time. I made good money with this product. And it was just interesting because it was so easy to target people. And we'll go more into targeting later, but the targeting is a lot into that, but it's not that difficult, especially once I teach you, because I know how to do it. So anyway, with this product here, what I do with images is I actually would take this title here, copy it, and I would go to Google. And this is to get images. After you find a product you like, I like to go on Google, and I just copy them straight from AliExpress. So here on Google, just type in the or paste in the title, and then hit images. And then on here, you're going to get a wide variety of images that you can just click on. I try to get things or images that look good. Like, I'll start with this one, but I'll get something like this as well. And you want to get at least 5 images if possible. Sometimes certain products won't have 5 images, but I'd say 5 is a good number to try to hit. You also can use, in our last training, we talked about PicMonkey. You can use that to enhance these images and put your logo on them and all that. But for this training, you don't have to do that, okay? But down the road, you may want to consider that, okay? So I've already taken the 5 pictures that I liked on here. So I'm gonna go straight back to our store now, okay? I'm actually going to go back to the home page. And if you don't know how to log into your store, because this is step by step, I'll go ahead and show you something. You can type in up here at the top your store name, Flawless, which ours is Flawless Selection /admin. That way you don't have to go to Shopify.com every time. So you type in your store name /admin, and then it'll take you to a login screen, okay? I'm already logged in, so we're here. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to, once again, we're going to be using primarily this left-hand side over here for this training. Click on products, and voila, we're here. As you can see, another niche I'm going to be in is cancer. I have a real passion for this topic because I have, a couple family members that have fought cancer, and it's just one of those subjects that is touchy to me, and I know that it's one of those things that sells. So, and I actually like to donate some of the proceeds to a good cause and to cancer research. So that's something to consider when you're doing these different products. I'm giving you some real value here, by the way. When you pick products, it's very important to pick the right kind, okay? And so everything I'm saying is real, and I do this stuff, so take heed to that. The first thing you're going to do when you're here is come to add product in the top right hand side. Alright, and from here you're just going to want to come back over to AliExpress. We're going to minimize some of these other screens that we don't need anymore real quick. Alright, so we're here now. We're going to go ahead and take this title again, copy. You always want to change this up. You don't want to keep the same exact title, but you can copy it in there just to kind of see what they have. Alright, so Star Wars, Millennium Falcon, Darth Vader. It's a lot of words, so we're just gonna do this. We take this off. Alright, and here's a good little thing to do. Free hot item. Metal. Okay. So we can take all those things off and get to the point here. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm just making the title look a little better. And over here you can type you only pay shipping in the title. And you want to separate this, of course. So this is just an example. Of course, you can play with this on your own, okay? But that's a pretty good title. That's going to stand out, and that's going to make people interested. It says it's free for one. All right. So in here, I never like to just take our product's description, like on eBay, like listings on eBay, and just type in or copy and paste this in there. To me, that looks very unprofessional. And when you have your own store, it just doesn't sell as well. I mean, I've tested it. So it's better to maybe take some of this. Alright, copy. And when you're doing your descriptions, be different. Okay? Do you love Star Wars? Ask a question if you like. Well, here is your chance to get an awesome keychain. Okay. Okay, so and then we're gonna paste in this information here. That's better now. Take off the stuff that just makes no sense. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, next is this up here at the top works just like Word, Microsoft Word. So, of course, you're going to want to center this. So you can just drag it over the whole description and alignment center. You can change the colors to this and do a whole lot of different things with it. I recommend putting at least one image in here. So with this, you just basically upload. You hit upload file, and then you can go to your desktop. And I just got this image from Google, and you can make it whatever size you like. Insert image, and the beautiful thing about this is you still can resize this once you put it on here, so it doesn't matter. But you select that first, just get it kind of close to what you want. And also important is to put on the bottom, please allow, and then give them some type of shipping time. Please allow 10 to 15 days for shipping and handling, and you can word this stuff differently. I'm just giving you some generic text to work with, but please, it's good to always mix it up, add your own twist to this stuff, okay? And that's pretty good right there. So looks good. I'll probably add a couple more sentences to this, okay? Over here on the right, what I was telling you before about adding the product right is some people leave this stuff blank. Don't leave anything blank if you can help it. This is a keychain, Star Wars keychain. Try to be as close to what it is as you can, and this is going to help you down the road. And put the main things. It's Star Wars is important because that's a big niche, and also keychain, okay? The vendor is your company for the most part. You want to put something here, okay? collections. For now, we're going to leave this blank. We're going to actually click home page, but after you know your niches, you can come to collections and you can go in here and create a Star Wars collection. Also, cancer awareness, for me, cancer awareness collection. And right here, this would say home page, and it will also say Star Wars, and I would just select probably Star Wars. But you can have this on your home page and also in that on that particular collection page as well. And we'll go into great detail about that later as well, but it's not difficult. Okay, so tags, we're gonna this is for, is just put something that also relates to the product. This is for grouping purposes and doing like dynamic ads and things later on. It's very important to just make sure you do you're as accurate as you can be. This is once again a Star Wars, and this would be good to do this Star Wars, and also do keychain. You may sell a bunch of keychains, who knows? And this way you can group things, and this will all make more sense down the road. But it's important to be specific and fill this stuff in over here, okay? And also make sure you check online store if you want it to show on your store. Another part to understand about this is images. It's easy, just upload. You also can drag them, drop them straight in there. So the first image you select is going to be the first image that people see. So this is going to be the actual image that they see when they first go to the product page, and then the rest of the images will be images that rotate in and out. So you can see how I got a good variety of images here. They look good. And make sure you don't get small images. They need to be big enough to be seen. Okay. Okay. Alright, there we are. Alright, price on AliExpress, this cost it was $159, and then with e-packet shipping $189. Okay. So if you're like me, I'm very detailed. I like to be accurate, so gotta make sure we know how much we're gonna make on this. Okay. Okay, so find out how much it's going to be and kind of know that. 189. So 350, let's round up. So we sell this product, we're going to make around $8 or $9. So shipping is going to be I say $9. Depends on how you do that, but we'll go into shipping later. That's a whole nother lesson. It's not difficult, but just understand that part. So we're doing the price over here. Set the product to make at least $7, $8. Okay. I mean, this is going to be free plus shipping, but make sure you set the shipping right, okay? And I'll show you how to do that too. So over here, the price is going to be, it's free, okay? Compare it at $12.99. No tax because it's free. You don't have to fill an inventory because you're not a real store. You're not like a storefront, so this is going to be okay. And the weight, this is where you want to make sure you put 1 pound, because this is how you're going to get your get paid for this item, okay? And also add variants, okay? This is important for like doing different shirt sizes if it was some clothing. Also just different colors and things like that. For this one, we're going to have a color variant. So type it in and then select it. We have silver, and you just type the color and then hit the comma, and then it'll automatically upload the correct color type. So silver, gold, comma, and black. And then you can go to AliExpress and make sure that you know the colors, okay? This is just for demonstration purposes. I don't think there's a black for this. Okay, so you see how that's updated for SEO down here, and we'll talk more about that other trainings as well. But for right now, we have a great looking, you know, looks good. It's some tweaking that we can do later, but for the most part, I'm going to come here and probably type a couple more sentences, but this is definitely a strong product to sell, okay? And with shipping, to go a little bit further into that, we're going to come over to the far left later on and go into shipping, and we'll set the shipping for 0.1 to 1 pound to whatever price we need to make it so we make at least $8 or $9, okay? And people do not have a problem paying shipping. This comes from China. Most people are just excited about the product. Never had a problem with it, so it works great. But you don't have to do it. You can do, I do a lot of, where they get free shipping, and most of the products I sell now are not free plus shipping. But it's a great way to get your first few customers and get, make, $10-20 or whatever. You can sell. I've sold so many of these free items that it's amazing. I made really good money selling these and making the $8-9 per item. Okay, so this is a powerful training, by the way. I think that if you really apply the methods I just showed you and really take your time and research and pick the right products, this is a very, very valuable training. Probably could charge lots of money for it, for this whole thing, but it's just not, I just really want to help you out and get you going, and I'm doing really well with this. So you also can click view here. Let's view our product page, and voila. So as we move forward together here, I'm going to show you ways to make this look even better. But you see here, you're able to pick the color here. They're able to, and we'll take these dots off, by the way. And you see here 0, and then it says compare at. That's the compare at part you put in there. So once again, this is a powerful, powerful training that we did today. I hope you understand how to add products, how to find products. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. This has been a longer, kind of a long training, but it's really, really, really action-packed with value, 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 value. If you got to come back, make sure you rewatch this if you need to. It's good to really understand what you're doing, have a good grasp on what you're doing, okay, before you move on. So picking products is gold. It's golden if you can do this. If you can figure this out, you're gonna make a lot of money, okay? If you can put everything together and really just be consistent and really take your time and do it right. So I'm just happy you're here. I'm really thankful that we are moving forward, and we're closer to making that first sale. So let's keep at it. Let's not give up. Let's be consistent. Let's stay at it, okay? So I'll see you in the next training. Jarvis signing out. Peace.